This is not a battle that begins with hatred, rivalry, or ideology. Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch and Perpetua were never meant to exist in the same narrative space. One is a being born inside reality who learned how to rewrite it. The other is a being born before reality who designed how it would function. This confrontation is not about speed, strength, or raw destructive output. It is about authorship, about whether power comes from creating the rules of existence or from overriding those rules entirely. Perpetua represents the architecture of the DC Multiverse itself. She is a super celestial, a multiversal mother whose purpose was to design realities that would grow toward balance. Instead, she rebelled and shaped the DC Multiverse as a system of endless conflict, crisis, and survival of the strongest. Every collapse, every reboot, every cosmic war traces back to her design. She does not fight wars, she builds realities where wars are inevitable. Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch is not a single canon form, but a theoretical peak state derived from Marvel lore. It represents Wanda Maximoff at full synchronization with the Darkhold, not corrupted by it, not controlled by it, but commanding it completely. In this state, chaos magic is no longer a tool or a spell system. It becomes authorship. Probability, causality, and narrative logic bend to her intent without incantation or effort. This is not the Scarlet Witch reacting emotionally to loss. This is Wanda acting with clarity, intent, and absolute control. This war does not take place on a battlefield. It takes place at the level where reality decides who is allowed to define it. Perpetua, the architect of conflict. Perpetua exists above gods, above cosmic entities, and above the monitors she created. Her power is not measured in feats of destruction, but in systems of inevitability. She designed the DC Multiverse to generate crises, apex, beings, and endless escalation. Matter, antimatter, and dark matter are all expressions of her will. The monitor observes. The anti-monitor destroys. The world forger rebuilds. All of them answer to Perpetua because they are extensions of her design. When Perpetua acts, she does not rewrite a moment. She rewrites the conditions that allow moments to exist. She can collapse multiverses, reshape cosmic laws, and empower beings like the Batman who laughs into threats capable of challenging creation itself. Her authority is systemic. Reality behaves the way it does because she designed it to behave that way. However, Perpetua's greatest strength is also her greatest limitation. She operates as a creator bound to structure. Her power depends on multiversal frameworks, cosmic hierarchies, and the continued existence of the system she built. She dominates reality as long as reality plays by the rules she authored. When those rules are ignored, overridden, or rewritten from within, her authority begins to weaken. Perpetua does not adapt to chaos. She designs against it. And that distinction matters in this confrontation. Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch, reality without permission. Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch represents Wanda Maximoff beyond resistance, beyond corruption, and beyond moral hesitation. In this state, the Darkhold is no longer whispering or tempting. It is fully synchronized with her consciousness. Chaos magic returns to its original source, the same ancient power tied to Kekthon, but now wielded by a Nexus being who understands it completely. In this form, Wanda does not cast spells in sequence. She decides outcomes. Probability collapses into intention. Cause and effect lose their authority. Time manipulation, conceptual defenses, and abstract hierarchies offer no automatic protection because chaos magic does not attack them. It rewrites the conditions under which they function. Darkhold Omega Wanda is not a destroyer by default. She is an editor. She does not need to erase a multiverse to win. she can remove the relevance of a multiverse entirely. Systems, laws, and cosmic authorities only exist if they are allowed to remain consistent. Chaos magic at this level does not break consistency. It replaces it. This is not power fueled by rage or grief. This is power fueled by clarity. And clarity is far more dangerous than emotion. When multiversal design meets reality authorship, if this confrontation were physical, Perpetua would overwhelm Scarlet Witch instantly. If it were hierarchical, Perpetua would outrank her. But this conflict does not operate on either of those levels. It operates on authorship. Perpetua's power is external. She imposes structure from above. Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch's power is internal. She rewrites reality from within its own narrative logic. Perpetua can collapse multiverses, but she requires those multiverses to exist as systems. Wanda does not. She can redefine what a multiverse means, or whether it is necessary at all. Perpetua could attempt to erase Wanda by collapsing the space she occupies, rewriting cosmic law, or asserting creator authority. But chaos magic does not resist authority. It ignores it. The moment Perpetua's system is treated as optional rather than absolute, her advantage begins to dissolve. This is the critical difference. Perpetua is a designer of inevitability. Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch is the negation of inevitability. One controls reality by enforcing rules. The other controls reality by deciding which rules are allowed to apply. Final verdict: who wins this multiversal war? In a prolonged multiversal confrontation, Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch wins. Perpetua remains one of the most powerful beings in DC Comics, a creator on a scale few entities can approach. But her power is dependent on structure, hierarchy, and system continuity. Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch operates beyond all three. She does not need to overthrow Perpetua's design. She only needs to make it irrelevant. This is not a victory through force. It is a victory through authorship. Perpetua can build infinite realities, but Wanda decides how reality is allowed to function in the first place. When reality stops obeying its creator and starts obeying its editor, the outcome becomes inevitable. Final result: Darkhold Omega Scarlet Witch is more powerful than Perpetua because creation builds reality. But chaos magic decides whether reality must obey it. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.